Hello, my name's James Peck. I'm excited to apply for the Freedom Conference Scholarship from the Steamboat Institute. How I got to know about this opportunity was coming from the Generation Liberty Fellowship that I got to apply and been part of from that organization called the State Policy Network. And so, obviously, from what I could advocate regarding the Steamboat Institute, it's actually related to the core values that I've been fighting for years regarding to the advocacy on the U.S. economy as well as the immigration. These two things I advocated for many years is actually trying to bring the fundamentals of part of the Steamboat Institute, that part of their core values to limited government, limited intervention, free market principles, as well as the individual rights and responsibilities. All of these are actually were trying to let me to continue to fight for these freedom and liberty as well as the free market principles. As I continue to advocate these values into the real world, whether that is in political advocacy as well as any other programs I've been part of, not only the Generation Liberty Fellowship, but also within locally when I actually trying to advocate for the limited government within my local institute, within my local community as the government continues to get more interventions as well as more involvement into the worldwide issues, that is a deeply concern that obviously is against the Steamboat Institute. As one of the core principles is that it is important that we bring a free market principles and not the government intervention standing in our way regarding to our free market principles within our economy. This is the real one of the reason why I've been advocating for free market because I don't want the government to stand in our way to deal with our economy at the same time manipulate our markets in order to deal with those type of situations, especially during economic downturns. Case in point, what happened during the Biden administration when they passed a series of laws that is actually trying to give government handouts to a lot of people. But then until later on, we know what happened. Obviously, that's what caused the inflationary pressures to spiral out of control, which caused our gas prices to go up, as well as many other prices that we actually felt by today because of Bidenomics. Because of that, I think that's why I continue to fight for it, as well as the immigration laws that we're not even continuing to fighting for strong immigration laws. And as a result of this, I think the Biden's administration, in regard to this, has been a failure to try to not to close the borders. But in this case, obviously, he opened the borders. I think we need to have a strong immigration reform and at the same time building our national defense within our borders in order to make sure that we prevent these inflationary measures so that way we could go back to our normal lives and to obviously deal with the America First principles in order to make sure that we protect our Americans' interests as well as their American people. It is their first priority is the Americans and not someone else. At this point, it is important that we fight for these freedom and liberty. At the same time, we need to fight for the free market principles so that way we could get back to normal. And that's why I'm here. I wanted to be here as well as I'm glad to obviously apply for this the Freedom Conference Scholarship. Thank you very much.